Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
A burst pipe at 3 a.m. is a bad way to start the day. A cold shower in November isn't invigorating. So before you start freaking, call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is just one call away 24 hours a day. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, there may be a lot of mysteries in life, but none bigger than this school in Iowa. Uh-oh. They're trying to figure out who's been leaving cute rubber ducks in Mark Twain Elementary since the beginning of the year. That's a big mystery, guys. Danny, I want you to take this more seriously.
Well, you know what? It just reminds me of the time that we stole all the rubber gloves from the nurse's office and stuck them all around school. It's like, same kind of thing. Where did all these come from? Must be something to do with rubber.
Yeah. And yet, I don't know if these ducks are stolen, Danny. They may very well have been purchased, but here's a woman. Her name is Erin. She's a librarian at Mark Twain, and she's explaining this whole mystery.
My para was putting away books, and we just found a random duck. At first, they were easy to find, and then they got harder and harder, and they started to multiply. It's easily over 200 ducks. We have superhero ducks, we have Disney ducks, we have Minecraft ducks, we have ducks that have themes for holidays, we have animal ducks. It's every day.
That is awesome.
That is amazing.
Super cool. It's so stupid, but what I don't know, that would put me in a good mood. Just walk in and all of a sudden there's just an infestation of ducks.
Yeah, it's like almost like a daily mission. Like, which one am I going to find today?
What do you do with all these ducks? You got to keep them there? You throw them out? What do you do, though? See, now that's my problem. Is like, I'm the janitor going, what are we doing with these ducks?
You give them to kids for baths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you give them to kids for baths, do you?
You're the one.
Oh, all right.
The kids that smell the worst, you hand them to a kid and be like, yo, take this as a hint.
And a bar of soap.
Oh,
yes. Okay. Bring this back to your parents and say, my teacher says I stink.
Here you go, Pigpen. Take this back home.
Dude, yesterday I was on the freeway and I almost got into an accident because there was a woman. She had, I don't know about 200, but she had a ridiculous amount of rubber ducks in her car. So it's kind of funny that this story even has come up. What odd timing.
Where did she have them in her car? Like on the back window area?
On the dash.
Oh, on the dash.
It wasn't like those huge ones, but like the smaller than a typical, like, you get your typical size duck, like the one that
the typical
about.
Yeah, okay, you're the kind that you like.
Yeah, the ones that I like, BJ, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But then they had like the mini ones, and that was what she had, and I was like looking over, and I'm like, what is, like, when you see something in the corner of your eye, you're like, something is wrong with this picture, I just don't know what it is. But so finally I was like at a point where I could like look over for a half a second, I'm like, this woman has got an insane amount of rubber ducks in her dash.
It's awesome.
Wow. I guess people like to have a sort of dashboard angel-y kind of things, but this is taking it far. She must spend a lot of time in her car. Because, I feel like that's what you do. If you go, I'm in my car a lot, just to make her office, make it a little more homey for her. But the duck thing, I was never that. I'm not a duck guy.
You're not a duck guy.
I could have told you that. Just by looking at you, I could tell you're not a duck guy.
Yeah, I thought I'm more like, I'm just.
When my sister and brother-in-law got married, they had ducks because they had like a unicorn and robot theme. So we still have the.
Wait, hold on a second. They had a unicorn and robot theme and had ducks?
Yeah, just little rubber ducks as like things you would give to the guests.
Were they robot unicorns? I mean, were they?
What is the?
They were. Well, it was the boys picked robots and the girls picked unicorns.
What's that got to do with ducks?
Because, let me get to it.
We don't want to. We want answers now, Rev.
We all received rubber ducks that were robots and unicorns, and we still have those in our bathrooms to this day.
Wait a second, but a unicorn is its own thing, isn't it?
BJ, it's clear you're not a duck guy because rubber ducks come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Some are made to look like unicorns.
So it's a uniduck and a cyborg duck? Is that what it is?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the duck?
A duck-a-corn.
Oh, I see. And that was their wedding stuff, huh?
Yeah. We still have them, and we've had those for over 10 years in our bathroom.
The robot one is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Not a duck guy. I think I would have had to leave the wedding.
So you would have left the wedding because they gave you a rubber duck?
Is this what's happening?
Well, it wouldn't have missed you there.
Yeah. Well,
See, if you're the school, do you change the mascot to the ducks after this?
Should.
Like, really, you should. I mean, if that point they're showing
the
up.
rubber ducks.
Is that what it is? Oh, we got to change the
ducks.
mascot now.
Yeah.
All right.
Or the rubbers.
The rubbers.
Oh, the rubbers. All right. Well, I'm all for that because then there's other things that I could do if I don't like ducks.
Oh, like you were using those back in high school.
I was using the ducks back in high school. Yes.
Dead ducks, yes.
That's pretty much all I had. I mean, what do you want me to do? Could be why I don't like ducks so much. I got rejected a little too much.
Someone said anything on your dash or hanging from your mirrors that blocks your sight, not to mention is a distraction, is illegal. It says certain things have to be removed. Oh, like a handicap parking permits have to be removed while the vehicle's in operation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they weren't. I mean, I guess they were a distraction because I wanted to look over, so you're right. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what kind of rubber ducks they have, but they definitely didn't block the person's sight because they're just
you'd be surprised, though, because I remember that somebody was giving me a hard time because I had one of those mounts for your iPhone, and they were like, oh, no, buddy, that's a little too high up, and you can't see it. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So there may be something to it where, maybe she's going to have to tell the officer to duck off or something because she's doing what she wants,
Plus, I guess sometimes things like they're on the dashboard will reflect up into the window.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you'll see something like if you have like a piece of paper on the dash, you can see it in the window.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine you think you're driving into a whole flock of ducks, and you didn't realize
ducks.
Those are my ducks. I thought I was about to hit something. Yeah. All right. Well, again, this doesn't change my view on ducks or the wedding or anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, someone said there's a minor league baseball team in Ohio called the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Oh. Yeah, they are.
Oh, they're actually the Rubber Ducks.
Yeah, it's kind of an angry duck face, too.
Well, that sounds like something I shouldn't look up. Okay, if you're calling yourself the Rubber Ducks, why wouldn't you then look like why wouldn't the logo look like a rubber duck? At that point, just call yourself the Ducks.
Maybe at one point it did, and they just decided we're the laughing stock, and
they're done with it.
We need to show an edge.
We'll give you the angry. I like the duck actually. That duck looks pretty cool.
Oh, the mascot looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because it's kind of gritty colored. That's why.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why. You know what? You just if it looks anything like gritty, you're into it. You're in for it. That's
I've accepted Gritty did not get traded during the trade deadline to the Seattle Kraken. So
I know.
Maybe we steal the rubber duck guy.
Yeah. How would that have been if you're one of the players and you just got traded for the mascot? To me, that would have been a good way to send out Giordano. Like, okay, buddy, you want to go to a wedding? Is this how it's going to be? We don't want to be with us anymore? All right, we're making a big trade for you.
We know you want to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they are offering us some good stuff, but we've decided to send you to Philadelphia for Gritty.
We want Gritty, buddy. Sorry, Gritty's much more important than any package that the Leafs could have put together for us.
It's a 3-team trade. We send you to Philly, and then they send you to Toronto.
There we go.
We need Gritty.
That's what we should have happened that way. You know what? This Ron Francis guy gets too much credit. Steve Miggs should be running the operations.
Yeah, I agree. He's questionably okay as a general manager.
A little worried about him because we didn't get Gritty. Mm-hmm. We got a woman that called 911. Why? Because KFC shorted her chicken order. Yeah, I mean, that's worthy of a 911 call. You're going to hear it, too. Steve's got the Miggs report for you at 6:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Miggs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Everything is better electrified. like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
If you're hearing an informative newscast right now, well, then you must not be listening to BJ and Migs. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, guys, and thanks to Kia Puyallup for giving us the Migs Report. And today it's time to whip up a fancy drink, PJ, because it's National Cocktail Day.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're putting together a cocktail, what are you having?
You know me, buddy.
Oh, the Diet Pirate.
Yeah, it's going to have the Pirate. It's not much of a cocktail because it's going to have a little cola in there.
Is it called the Diet Pirate, or did you just make that up?
My friend Bruce once called it that, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So
that's amazing.
Every time someone says they have a rum and Diet Coke, I just think, oh, the Diet Pirate.
I love the Diet Pirate. I'm going to adopt that.
Especially if you have you have that rum, that Pirate rum.
Yeah, and I never use regular Coke. I always use the Diet.
Of course.
And though lately I've been going more Coke Zero. I have to tell you, I kind of it might be my new favorite.
Solid. I don't know if last time I had a Coke Zero. Well, all I think about is the pumpkin song. I'm like, Coke Zero. I don't know why. He doesn't say that. He just says, I'm your hero. But for some reason it makes me think,
okay. Boy, it's really wonderful to take a tour through your mind, Willie.
Well, I think he said zero at one point in the song, too.
Okay, well, I mean, then at some point he probably had a Coke in his life, so what the hell, right? It all connects.
His loneliness and God is empty, just like you.
Wow, God is empty, just like you. I love that line. Wow.
All right, Danny, what kind of cocktail are you having? Or what's your favorite Smashing Pumpkins lyric?
Yeah, No, the whiskey sour, of course.
Whiskey sour, yes, you're a whiskey guy.
It's always my go-to.
Vicky, I'm guessing a mojito.
Oh, in the summertime it is.
Yes, I can see you crushing up that mint.
Oh, you got to try my dad's mojitos. He makes them the best. But right now, I've been into like the fancy mimosas. So with all the fancy juices and then a shot of vodka.
Oh, all right.
It gets you a good buzz going. And it's delicious.
Rev, is it a Moscow Mule?
Close. I've pivoted to the Dark and Stormy, which is rum and ginger beer as opposed to vodka and ginger beer.
Yeah. Because of the issues with Russia that you decide, you know what? The Dark and Stormy.
That's what a lot of people are doing.
Yes, that is absolutely it.
Now I'm going to stick with the old Pink Whitney, the OG version. Just vodka and pink lemonade.
All right.
Good summer drink.
That or I got to go with that Screwball peanut butter whiskey and any kind of grapish type of a drink.
Yeah.
Grape soda.
That's right. That's like a peanut butter sandwich.
You know it. Peanut butter and jelly in my belly. God is empty, just like you. I don't even know if that's the lyrics.
I appreciate all of it.
It's also National Cheesesteak Day.
Oh, what? How could you bury the lead?
I feel like cocktails are just as good as cheesesteaks.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
that's our new bar: cocktails and cheesesteaks.
There we go. Yeah, man. And of course, I went to Philly and was very disappointed with the whole, go to the Pats or whatever, and
disappointed. You were angry.
Yeah. I was trying to be nice.
All right, let's talk about a woman that called 911, and I feel like the reason is justified. She lives in Cleveland, Ohio, probably a little sad about what's going on with Baker Mayfield, or maybe she's excited because of Deshaun Watson. Who knows? Well, she decided to either celebrate or drown her sorrows with some delicious chicken over at KFC.
Good call.
The problem is she paid for 8 pieces but only got 4.
Oh, All right, well, the headline at the point, I wasn't sure, but now I know why she's angry. She has every right to be.
I like fried chicken.
So does she.
Come on.
So much so that she called 911 and told them, we need this rectified. And we had the 911 call, BJ, and it's pretty freaking awesome.
Wow.
Check it out.
Please dispatch.
Yes, I'm at KFC.
Okay.
And I came here earlier and I bought some chicken for $25.99, which should have been 8 pieces. I only got 4 pieces of chicken in here, and the manager gonna say he packed the bag, but I only got 4 pieces of chicken, and I want my chicken.
Okay, that's going to be more of a civil matter. You'd have to take it up with management and then maybe someone above him. There's not much the police can do about it.
So you can't help me get my chicken?
I mean, I could send someone over to talk to you.
To talk to me, they should be talking to them. They see people out there food.
She's right. Don't talk to me. You talk to them. The cops need to get involved, BJ.
See, now, I wish I was Judge Judy right now, because I would go in and rule on her behalf, because she sounds very reasonable. Like, I was expecting her to sound like, okay, she's just being a jerk and whatever, but she's very reasonable. She's trying to get this handled. And look, honestly, who do you call? I mean, you feel like, look, I've been robbed. And in my mind, I'm like, I can see why she called 911. The manager's not giving her chicken. That feels like a robbery because she gave the money.
Right. A very reasonable thing to call 911 when you haven't gotten all of your chicken from KFC. I agree with you.
Had it been the other way around, where she took the chicken and ran away without paying, wouldn't they have called 911? I'm actually on her side. I really think, from a logic standpoint, I'm on her side a little bit, because I think the manager's pulling a fast one.
And that 911 dispatcher should be fired to even suggest that the cops should talk to her and not the KFC people.
I like this lady. I wish I was there. I would buy her chicken, because she just seemed like, you know what, man, all I'm doing is looking for an 8-pack. I paid $25. What is going on here?
Yeah, I almost called 911 on Jack in the Box last night. They forgot to give me a straw for my drink.
Oh, well, that's where you call the National Guard.
Oh,
you were just wrong about that. When it's straws, it's the National Guard.
So this story, I love this story because I definitely used it as ammunition yesterday when I was talking to my wife about me holding my farts in. I've always said, listen, babe.
Oh, boy.
I hold in about a good 50% of the farts. I can't hold in all of my farts. I might die if that happened.
You're a true hero.
And she's like, no, you wouldn't. And I always be like, oh, no, there's studies that say that bad things happen if you hold in farts. She's like, find me one. And I found it.
Woo!
DJ, there's a 27-year-old woman from Brazil. She's a singer that goes by the name of Polka. She used to be MC Pocahontas. I'm sure you remember her stuff.
Oh, right, Polka. Yeah, sure.
Well, she put up a bunch of videos on social media because she was dealing with some severe stomach pains. It was so bad. BJ, she had to go to the hospital. She had to go to the ER.
Oh, damn.
And they're like, well, what the hell's going on? Turns out it's because she refused to pass gas in front of her new boyfriend.
Oh, boy.
I love her.
Polka.
I love her caption said that she hadn't been dating long enough for them to be on farting terms just yet. So she was holding them in, and I guess it caused a, quote, accumulation of trapped farts in her intestines.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow.
She's going to be okay. She's now letting them rip.
Good for her. Good job, Polka. What's her diet, though? Because she doesn't look like the kind of person that eats a lot.
I mean, some salads can make you fart.
And if you're on the protein shakes and stuff, those farts are nasty.
That's what's up. Yeah. The best part is I'm showing this article to my wife. I'm like, look, it's right there. And she's like, let me see this. And the article, of course, has then a bunch of, embedded Instagram posts of hers, and they're all just, her in a thong. And she's like, what is your news source? And I'm like, I didn't know they were going to have all that, because I'm scrolling to show her the story, and then the story ends with 30 pictures of her ass, which I think is hilarious. That's good journalism.
You have to show exactly where the problem started.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Wow, that picture right there shows where it's.
That's the picture.
If that picture of her doing squats and she's holding him in at that point, that's a bit of a problem. I mean, because she's in the delivery system right there. She's defying nature and gravity. I mean, you can't be holding him in there. Wow.
Moral of the story is my wife still wants me to hold my farts in.
Well, moral of the story, did you have to sleep on the couch for the pictures is really what I want to know.
Hey, as far as weather, it's going to be 53 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical for giving us the Mix Report. And that's what's up.
Yeah, wow, that's a good way to start the morning with Polka.
Oh, do we have a text message that needs urgent attention? It says, I'm having an issue. Can you guys help me out? What should I get the family for breakfast? Donuts, breakfast sandwiches, or omelets?
Breakfast sandwiches. Oh yeah, breakfast sandwiches. 100%.
Yeah, I feel like breakfast sandwiches are because you have such a wide choice, and also it's you can hold them in one hand and go about your business, whereas an omelet you need two hands.
Oh, and an omelet you need a station, you need all the accoutrement for
Somebody read the dictionary yesterday.
This morning, actually, Steve. Thanks.
I'm with Danny. I think it's got to be a sit down breakfast where you have everything you need right there.
Yeah. I'd say what about a good salad? Which I always suggest. No, I'm kidding.
Breakfast salad? Go home.
What happened to you?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
Well, he really is in trouble with the wife now. He's got to say salad for the rest of his day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think breakfast sandwich of those three. I don't think the other two are even worth debating.
I love donuts, though, man. It's hard to turn it like a voodoo donut down or a Mighty O or a Top Pot or something. It's hard to turn that down. Krispy Kreme.
Those are very treat-like, though. I don't feel like they're super filling.
Also, like, what kind of sandwich bread are we using for this? Are we using like a croissant or English muffin or a bagel?
Vicky, I challenge you that a dozen Krispy Kremes are very filling.
You ain't wrong.
Just say it.
Or you could use Krispy Kreme as the buns and then put
There you go. Big brain thinking there.
And then just take an omelet, fold it in half, and put it in between it.
Yeah.
Danny's the political leader we need. You know, this world would be better off if Danny was in charge. That's all I want to say. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Who played Elliot Ness in the 87 movie The Untouchables?
Robert De Niro.
No.
I don't know. Al Pacino.
No.
Dean Morgan.
Dean Morgan.
Good old Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Negan. All right, now that makes sense.
You know what? Why didn't we recognize that, Rev?
No idea. You got to put that Jeffrey in front, man.
Yeah, of course, that wasn't the answer either. It was Kevin Costner back in the day. Hey, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
When the hot water needs to be hot, when the drain needs to drain, when the toilet needs to flush, you need to do two things. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. On call and there when you need them most. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
Your home equity. It could be an untapped opportunity instead of an untouchable asset. Introducing HomeTap. HomeTap is an investor, not a lender. They give you cash in exchange for a share of your home's future value. Use it to pay off debt, make renovations, fund a business, or just live a better life. There's no interest or monthly payments to worry about. HomeTap. Get more from home ownership. Get more from life. Subject to eligibility. Terms and conditions apply. Visit HomeTap.com to apply in minutes. That's HomeTap.com.